and then I can send this to you afterwards. So you need to get yourself set up on the get a seat, get your stool, because you're going to be mainly on the stool.
Right, yeah.
Just need to get the timer up and running.
One of the exercises from the second session, I've implicated that into the physio sessions, which I find is one of the best ones I find for me is the squat ones
Yeah.
where it's like a standing and then just lowering
Yes. Yes. Split stance
that
when
one.
it's like a lunge, just a little lunge.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one I found that so good. But as I say, it's what it's done. I think where my legs are bad, it affects my balance, obviously,
Yeah.
and then that affects all the exercises that I tend to do with my legs because I can't do them as well, I suppose. But, God, these are shrunk or something, have they?
That's just going to be with practice, though. At the end of the day, it's like anything else. That's all that is. Right. Let's get that. We want 30 and 20, 25 minutes. Thirty-five seconds. 35 seconds, 20 rest.
You've been busy, haven't you, over the last month?
Yeah, it's getting the platform up to where it needs to be, which is it's starting to look better now. Like there's if I don't know
Yeah, I
the
think it
last
looks really good. It's
yeah,
really informative and everything.
yeah, this is the thing, the content now, because I've been sick. I was sick for a couple of weeks with that poxy virus thing. So I couldn't make any videos, and obviously what it needed, which if you look now on pretty much everything, there's a little video for me with a bit of an overview,
Yeah,
and then
brilliant.
on each section, I'm going to be putting in loads of really good, punchy little like talks or little mini documentaries. It's going to be full of really good stuff actually. So yeah, it's getting to a position now where I really want to start pushing it now, and like getting people, because for £10 a month, it's a fucking bargain. It's an absolute
Yeah,
bargain.
so yeah, definitely, without any shadow. Well, that's why I wanted to speak to you about this one as well, because like I know how much of a favour you're doing us, and I appreciate it. But like last week when I missed a session and all that, I don't want like that's my fault. Do you know what I mean? You're already doing me a big favour, so
Well,
well,
that's what I want to do is get into a good routine with you, because the best sort of marketing for me is when people get results, and when you start, because that's what we need. All we need to do now is get some. So let me just turn this down. Is we need to get some momentum back again. We need to get you in a rhythm.
I,
This is like I said. All of this has come at it's a perfect time. You can class January this January this year was basically a bit of a bit of a write-off in regards to your fitness and stuff like that, but not to just see it for what it was, because February, this is going to be a big month for you. You got the 10-day fast again. We're up, and we can get a couple of sessions in even before that starts off as well, and you can build your momentum for this year from this month. So we don't even worry about January. Don't worry about missing the physio. Let's just concentrate on getting some momentum and getting a bit of oomph back into you now, and then we can build on it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no,
Right.
I appreciate that.
You can hear me clearly, right?
I
So
can, yeah,
I'm going to go through the exercises quickly, all right? And I'm going to do them sitting down. You can see me, you can see me clearly, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right, perfect. So first exercise is, like I said, I'll go through them, then we do them together. Is the standard press. Now, what I want to do, unless I say, I want you to always be sitting without your back on the back of the chair, so that you're having to work your stomach, obviously, to keep yourself upright. So your standard press is starting wide, pressing in. All right. Then we're
Yeah.
going from straight up after that for 3 sets. We're going to an incline press. Do you know where you're pressing up? Yeah. Right. Then we're going to do a close grip press. Now for that, you're bringing your hands. I'll stand up to show you. You're bringing your hands into your chest. You can see, look, it's here. So we're not out wide here. We're in wide here, right?
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we're punching out like that. What this does, it does your chest, but it also really brings into play your tricep and your deltoid muscles. So that's your close grip press. Then after that, you're going to do your crossovers. And for that, what you do is, again, staying seated. You'll stand on the bands, making sure that they're about hip width apart and they're even, okay? And you start wide and you meet in the middle, yeah?
Right.
Right? Then after that, we will go through them all together. After that, you'll be doing your tricep push downs, band behind the neck, arms, elbows tighten to the sides, okay? And you bring your knees together for this one, and you're pushing down, and look, you're sort of slightly away. So it's almost like a triangle. Look, my hands are there, and they end up, can you see? All the way back, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping my elbows still. Then after that, we'll be stepping on the bands again, shoulders back, chest up, bicep curls, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, it's bicep curl into press. Okay, so you bicep curl up and then press. So for that, you're going to want a light band for that. Okay, up, press, and down. Then after your bicep curls, you're going to do seated rows. So these ones you've done with me before. That's when you put your feet further out in front of you and you're pulling up towards your ribs. You've done these with me before, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we're going to go straight into a wide grip. So it's the same position, but instead of being close grip into the ribs, hands come out wide, and you're trying to track your hands up and down in a line. So I'm not starting there and ending narrow, or I'm not starting there and ending super wide. I'm keeping the same distance away from my body the whole time. So I'm controlling it with my stabilizing muscles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Right, lovely. Then after that, you're going to do pull aparts, which is where you take the bands in your hands and you pull apart, okay?
Yeah.
That makes sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
So you look, my hands are straight out in front of me and basically I'm pulling apart. Okay, then after that, lastly, because you've got 10 exercises, is front raises. So again, setting up, standing on the bands, hands down by your sides with your upper knuckles facing forwards, and then you're just pulling your arms up to the just, your hands are slightly higher than your shoulders. Yeah?
Right.
Right, and we're going to do 3 sets of each. So first of all, get the band around your back for the first one, which is your standard press. Let me get my timer in place. So what you want to have, I'll tell you when. Like, so for this one, this will be a heavier band for a press, and when I'll tell you when it will be lighter bands and stuff like that as well for each one, just to give you an idea. Yeah.
Okay, Coach.
Right, you let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, ready.
Right, let's bring that back. Right, so 3, 2, 1, off we go. So press to start with. So remember, you come wide, meet in the middle, stomach nice and tight. Feet again, be aware of your feet. I know we're not using them, but pushing them into the floor just allows you to keep that connection rather than them just sitting there. Stomach should be tight. You shouldn't be leaning on your chest. You should be upright, shoulders back, chest up. Got just over 10 seconds left. We've got 35 seconds of work and then 25 seconds of rest, which should give us enough time to set up in between each exercise. 3, 2, 1. All right, lovely. 25 seconds. All right, so get yourself in position. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go again. So standard press forward all the way back. Nice and tight, everything tight. Your stomach rigid, your backside, even though you're sitting on your bum, just a little squeeze just to keep that active. What that does, it also engages your lower back. So if you're squeezing your belly and your bum, it will keep that lower back area active, which is what we want because it's a very sedentary area because we sit down all the time. It's normally the most susceptible to injury as well. Right, just over 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, 25 seconds breather. How's that band you're using? You feel the resistance?
Yeah, this is like a middle of the five.
Middle, perfect. We've got plenty to get through anyway. It's just we've got 10 exercises, 3 sets of each one. Right, so just over 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go again. Nice and controlled. Stomach tight, feet pushing into the floor so you can feel that connection. 15 seconds left. Three, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. Right, okay, so same starting position. We start wide, but this time, got 20 seconds yet, but just to show you, we're going to press up above our heads. Now, what you might find is the band rolls up your back a little bit. That's absolutely fine. It's locked under your armpit, so it's not going to flick off. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So up. So this time what we're doing is we're incorporating more of our shoulders, and it's the upper chest area that we're working. So pushing up, your neck should stay nice and neutral. You don't need to look up. Just keep your chin in line with your chest and just leave all the work to your chest muscles. Three, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. Right, 25 seconds breather. So for the next exercise, I'd say you could still use the same band, but then the following exercise, crossovers, I would get one of the lighter bands, yeah? But we're not there yet.
Right, yeah.
Just to give you a heads up. So just over 5 seconds, second set of incline press. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice and rigid, stomach nice and tight. When you pull your arms back to that setup position, you should really squeeze your shoulders at the back so you can really feel that you're retracting your shoulders and then you're pushing forward. Keep going. We've had an advert come in, you keep going. 20 seconds left. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. Right, 25 seconds, one more set of them. Okay, 5 seconds, get your start position. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Last set of these. Stomach nice and tight, really keep that active core. Makes all the difference. Keep your backside engaged, keep your feet connected with the floor. So everything feels intentional. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. Right, so for close grip, you might want to choke up a little bit more on the band. So your hands start in front of you, literally. So like your elbows are tucked into like the sides of your ribs. Your fists are in front of your heart, basically right in between your chest. And from there, you're going to just punch forward. and end up with your hands in line with your shoulders. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. So try and keep your hands together. So you're literally trying, if anything, you're pushing your hands together as you're pushing forwards. That will intensify that squeeze on your chest. So it's nice and rigid. "15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. 25 seconds. Are you feeling the bands yet? Is it starting to kick in a bit as the weight?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. Right, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Second set of these, off we go. So nice and controlled. Squeezing them hands together, so you're pushing together as well as pushing forwards and then pulling back again. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. It's the third set of them. So next, that was the third, wasn't it? Is that the third or the second?
Second, I think.
Was it second? Yeah, I doubted
Yeah, I
myself.
think.
Yeah, you're right. Was it second? All right, the third. Right, one more set of them. Right, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Last set. Nice deep breaths as well. Keep that oxygen in the system. That's something else as well you should really be practicing, mate, your breath work. If you're not, get back into it. Makes all the difference. Just over 10 seconds left. After this, you want to grab a lighter band. So as soon as we're finished, if you get yourself 4, 3, 2, 1, get yourself a lighter band. We've got our crossovers. Remember, for that, you'll be stepping on your bands, making sure they're nice and even. Got just over 10 seconds. And remember, you start wide, so your hands are out here to start wide, and then you're bringing them up and meeting them in the middle. Off we go. So it's up, meet in the middle. That's it. So it's forwards in the middle. Nice. That's it. It's a harder motion, this exercise, so you won't be able to lift as much weight. But this really does hit the side of your chest area, also your shoulder muscles as well. So it's a good exercise, crossovers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. How's that weight?
Yeah, it's good. I can feel that.
Good, good. Right, 10 seconds. Right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set, off we go. Stomach tight, chest up, shoulders back. So you're feeling nice and rigid and upright, nothing slouching. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Right, one more set of them. And then after these, I think you'll go up slightly on the band, a little bit heavier for the next exercise. which is
Right.
tricep push downs, which is where you put the band behind your neck. Right, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set of these. Keep going. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Right, so band behind your neck now. So like I said, you probably want to get a slightly heavier band. Should go around the base of your neck, so it's sitting on the top of your trapezius muscles. And you want it so that you're choking up quite high on the band, so your hands are up just literally underneath sort of the top of your chest. And then from here, with your elbows tucked in, you're pushing down and squeezing your triceps at the bottom. Off we go. So you push down, squeeze, and then back up again. Really making sure just that little second at the bottom to make sure you're activating all them 3 of your tricep heads. Squeeze at the bottom. So it's a slight diagonal. It's close at the top and then you widen at the bottom like a pyramid almost. Really trying to keep them elbows locked still. So they're just working as levers. They're not moving forwards or backwards. They're just holding their place. Right, well done. 25 seconds. How's that weight?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you can feel that in the back of your arms?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Good, good. Right. You might find it easier putting your feet close together and your knees close together on this one. So you go and push your hands either side of. Right, 3, 2, 1. So you're really just squeezing out at the bottom, back up again. So it's down, squeeze, and up. Perfect. Keeping that chest up, shoulders back, stomach tight. Really keeping that alignment and that activation so that even when you're not exercising, you start getting in the habit of when you're sitting down, not slummocking, not slouching, keeping your core active. Less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breather. 25 seconds. Next exercise, you're going to want one of your lightest bands because it's the curl to press. So you want quite a light band because it'll be stretchy as well. Okay, we've got one more set of these first though.
Oh.
One more set of these. We only done 2 of those. Right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Four, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Right, so now you want that light band and you want to step onto the band. You don't want your feet wider than hip width apart because like I said, you're going to want your bands to be quite stretchy now. So you want your lightest band. And if you can't do it with 2 feet, we'll try it first, but if not, you can always use 1 foot. But what you're doing is you're curling up, then you're pressing up and then down again.
Right.
So off we go. So curl up, that's it. Press and down. So it's curl, press, and then down again. That's it. Make sure the bands feel even as well. If anything feels a little bit loose or tighter on one side, just shuffle your feet around until you get them even. Good stuff. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. breather, 24 seconds. Right, under 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Curl, press. Curl, press. That's it. Stomach tight, chest upright, so you're sitting nice and tall. Feet pushing on those bands, feeling that connection with the floor. Just over 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. One more set of them. And then after this, you want to go heavy. You want your heaviest band after this one. For the seated rows, you want to be working on definitely on your heaviest band. Right, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Off we go. Curl, press. Perfect. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Right, so heaviest band. Oh, itchy snores. We've got our seated close grip curls to start with. So remember, for those, you're bringing your hands up towards the top of your ribs, keeping your back. So you're not leaning back, you're not leaning forward. You're in a nice straight position, really squeezing your bum and your stomach. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So pulling them up. So full extension all the way out at the bottom, all the way out. Lock your arms out straight and then all the way up as far as you can. Really retracting your elbows back as far as you possibly can to get that full range of motion. Stomach tight. And again, your hands, they should be tracking straight. They shouldn't start wide and then narrow, or start narrow and then wide. Keep them in the same straight line the whole time so that you're controlling. 3, 2, 1, breather. Brilliant. How's that weight?
Yeah, I just think I want to, because I've left the hardest one still in the bag because I didn't think I'd need it, but next time I will. But I'll just pull this tighter.
Yeah, just choke up a little bit more in the bands. That's all you need to do. Right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice and controlled. Stomach tight, bum tight. Really concentrating on squeezing the back muscles. So when you bring your elbows back, just that little squeeze as you get to the furthest point, really activating those back muscles. Keeping your stomach tight. You'll feel your abdomen doing these exercises as well because they're working to keep yourself upright and to keep yourself fixed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Breather. "15 seconds. Right. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Off we go. After this, we've got the wide grip, which is always a little bit harder, but that weight should be fine. 20 seconds. Oh, fucking advert. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Right, you can keep your feet in the same position. What you're going to do is you're going to change your grip so that you've got an overhand grip now. So your upper knuckles are facing the ceiling. Then what you're doing is you're going to get your hands out wide. And as I was saying beforehand, as you pull back, you're going to keep your hands straight. You don't want to pull your hands in or outwards. You're trying to keep it nice and controlled and keeping them in the same position. Off we go. So nice and controlled. Pulling up so that your arms are tracking in a perfect diagonal line the whole time. Stomach tight, backside engaged. Squeezing the back at the top of the movement. So once you get to that top there, squeeze and back again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. 25 seconds breather. Starting to warm up. I can feel myself warming up, which is a good sign. Right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go again. So everything chest up, shoulders back. So you're nice and upright. Really concentrating on working those back muscles. Tracking your hands straight up and down, not letting them buckle in or out, keeping them in a nice symmetrical motion. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Perfect. One more set of them. Then we've got pull aparts. Ten seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Less than 20 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Brilliant. Right. Band pull aparts. Now you might get away with the same band on this one. What you want to do is you start with the bands out in front of you, and then you're pulling them apart as far as you can until the bands hit your chest. So you start there, you pull apart till the bands hit your chest. Take them, right. Off we go. That's it. Right, so you don't want any slack in the middle. That's it, so that's better. So there's no slack. When you meet back in the middle, you still can see there's no dip in the band. It's still tension. So hit the chest and back to the front again. This is a really good exercise for your rotator cuff and your shoulders, which is always susceptible to injury, especially the older we get and the less movement we put into those areas. Right, 25 seconds breather. Do you feel those?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and breather. Well done. One more set of them.
That's good for my wrists actually as well. Been struggling with my wrists the last month or so. So that seems to be helping them.
The bands in general are really good for wrists because, especially without the handles, because you're always up against a fight or last set. Like whatever exercise you're doing, there'll always be some element of it pulling on your wrist or your wrist having to stabilize themselves to keep to keep them straight. You know, so yeah, bands are brilliant way of training for wrist muscles. Because like I said, you're continuously fighting the pull of the band. It's very rare that you'll be holding the band in any exercise and there'll be slack. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Right. Last exercise. Brilliant. So front raises. So again, this is where you're stepping on your bands, making sure they're nice and even. And from that position, again, it's the overhand position. So your upper knuckles are facing the ceiling. Your hands start just either side of your legs, and you're just pulling your arms up just above your shoulders. Right, off we go. That's it, just above your shoulders and down. This one will also work your wrists because obviously your wrists will have to lock straight to stop your knuckles, sorry, for your hand from buckling forwards. So this is working the back top part of your wrist. Keep going. Fucking adverts on YouTube. On epoxy timer as well. Keep going. Just over 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breather. Well done.
Well, that's quite hard, that one.
Feel it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And again, this is the first time you've done this routine. So because it's recorded, when you go back over it, as I always say, like keep an eye on your bands. Like, right, that time I done the red band, or that, you know, so that you're getting in that habit of knowing for each exercise if you're progressing. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
Step 2, off we go. It's always good. And obviously, if your bands are all different colors, it's easy enough to start identifying them through the color. Like most of the time, the heaviest bands are black for some. Is that the same with yours?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And the lightest bands tend to be lighter colors, like either a pale white or a yellow sort of color.
Yeah, that's what this has got. It was only the ones in between that they look a bit unsure which ones.
3,
I know you.
2, 1. Yes, but that is trial and error because before long, mate, you'll be doubling up. Like once you get your technique, again, this is where the momentum comes. It's why it's so important. We start getting these regular 2 days a week. As I said, a fast next week. This is a real good opportunity now over these next couple of weeks to get you back where you need to be to kick this year off properly for you. Right, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Is this the third set, isn't it? Third? Second.
Second.
Is it second or third?
No, I think it is the second, actually.
It is a second, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. One more set. All right, get yourself in position. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Last set. Stomach nice and tight, back straight, chest up, keeping that good form. 15 seconds. Three, two, one. Breather. Well done. Perfect. Right, shut that off. Right, mate. First things first. Put your bands down now. Your bands are done. What you're going to do is sit, put nice and forward on your chair. Put your hands into the small of your back and try and squeeze your elbows together. And then just lean slightly back and chin up so that you're sort of curving your back upwards. So you've got like a natural arc. And again, really intensify pushing your elbows together so you squeeze it, so you're stretching across the front of your chest. And just hold that. You should have to keep your stomach active as well to keep you upright, because you shouldn't be leaning on the chair. You should be balancing in between, leaning backwards. Right, now, as you're sitting there, extend your legs straight. Keep your hands in the same position, but put your legs out straight in front of you. And then bring your hands around like you're hugging a big tree. So interlock your fingers at the minute. They're in line with your head. So interlock your fingers, push your hands forward, and then slowly collapse forward towards your toes, trying to hold that position. You should feel it starting to pull across the back of your legs. Curl your toes up towards you and push your upper body down towards your toes. Can you feel that stretching?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
All right, keep that there. And take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, try and push into the stretch a bit more. Okay, then keeping your fingers interlocked, step your legs back under yourself again. So you've got a nice natural bend in your legs. Bring your hands above your head so that you've now got your fingers interlocked straight above your head. Take your right wrist with your left hand and then start pulling and lean over to the left. So you're pulling left hand on, so you're pulling your right wrist with your left hand and you're leaning over to the left. Coming back up to the middle, switch hands. So taking the left wrist with the right hand, lean over to the right. Back to the middle. Hands in front of you with the palms facing up, keeping them shoulder height. Pull your left fingers down towards the floor with your right hand. Lock your left elbow up towards the ceiling. And then bring your left arm across to your right and look over your left shoulder. So changing arms. So now right fingers pulled down by the left hand. Lock your right elbow up towards the ceiling. Bring your right arm over to your left and look over your right shoulder. Right, and then now just give that a good shake out. Let your hands loose, let your elbows loose, let your shoulders loose. What we want to do is try and get that blood moving. Get that blood viscosity flowing around. It helps push through any congealed blood. Okay, and let that limp. Right. Perfect. Still got about 10 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring you down now from here. Just thought have a little bit of a catch up on non-gym related stuff. How are you finding your mental state, mate? Since I know you've obviously had the setback with the physio and whatnot, which obviously sets the ego off. But I mean, how are you finding things?
I think some things I've got like better control of, and I think even though like obviously over Christmas and like with me not doing any exercises and that, it sort of like weight wise, it sort of like got back on me. But
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the fast because I actually quite like quite like the fasting, like in respect of like obviously it's really hard, but I do enjoy it, not feeling stuffed and uncomfortable, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So mentally, the only thing mentally, obviously, is with my legs. That sort of set me back with regarding my legs. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them things. That's why, like, I wish I had joined both of those sessions and got into them because I just feel that, like, it's pretty hard because it's hard to explain. Like, obviously, you've got massive experience and all that with it, but like the sort of like I find it hard to explain and how this whole journey feels for me. Do you know what I mean? Not having
Yeah.
last city or not having work and whatnot. And I still feel a little bit rushed, in all honesty. That I try and do things really quick just because I feel like I'm in a rush all the time because I'm worried about my legs running out.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest thing. Um, yeah, I think the legs thing's knocked me back from Christmas. That's really since then I haven't the enthusiasm's gone. That's why, as I say, I'm looking forward to this fast because what that gave me was quite a bit of I suppose pride,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Sense of pride, sense of achievement. Yeah. That's what it is
Yeah.
all about, mate. That's
Well, I
fucking.
don't for all the things that I've done at home, all like the pride's it's not there like I want it to be. Do you know what I mean? Because it's sort of I don't know. Whereas that did it give me a sense of pride that I haven't felt for a while, really. I suppose.
So here's a question for you, and try not to overthink it. Just to sort of since we obviously the we had the momentum of we was doing the 28-day course, we was doing the coaching. We got that. It was like a crash course into getting you going, right? Would you say that you feel like you've fallen back a bit since that all stopped?
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
now,
Not due because I had loads of momentum and I felt good even all over Christmas in respect of having achieved what I achieved, and I was keen to do stuff. And even when I missed one of them, I still exercised. Um, Obviously, I still enjoyed Christmases, but it was when I started hurting because I hadn't continued my physio. That's when like it got me down really. And it's as I say, the only thing that I can think of is that I need to really take control of this. I know it's up to me anyway, but yeah, I need to get something in place. I think that's got me down. It hasn't got me not hopeful, if you get what I mean. I don't feel not hopeful, but I feel like I've fallen off the wagon, you know, and that's like it sounds bad, but I sort of needed you to get me up and going again. Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I needed your input in the first place to get going. And then now I've fallen off. I've retained a bit of that or a fair bit of that, but then I need to be put back on the wagon and things like you just mentioned about the breathing. I need to make, instead of sort of spending my time doing stuff in my garage, I need to spend time sitting, listening to your videos and doing the meditation stuff and the breathing stuff, which like I haven't done. I don't know, maybe I'd get a little bit sorry for myself or whatever, but I don't even the thing is the breathing and the meditations are the ones that I was looking forward to the most. Do you know what I mean? Because the exercise one's not really my thing, but I understand and I know that it's like I've got to do it out of responsibility for my own sake. So like I recognise that and I'm determined to do it. The food side of things, I'm more than happy with. Like the fast thing, I'd do anyway, even if I was sticking to that perfectly, I'd still do it because I just really enjoyed it.
Mm.
Uh, so yeah, I have slipped off the wagon, definitely.
Have you used the pillars at all? And again, don't if you haven't, it's not a problem because there was a point to me I'm going somewhere with this. Like, have you been aware of the pillars? Ego, soul, the now best self. Obviously, they're your four pillars.
Yeah, I am. I mean, actually, I'm more probably aware of it than I would have been before, definitely. And like I said on that message that like with the pain thing, it's very hard for me to, it's very easy for me to say yes, that I will go and rest. But it's not, it ain't good for me, the rest thing. It's not, but it's hard not to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because of the pain side. So I realise it then. And I do, the times that I feel like that, I do sit there and know in my mind that it's my ego that's telling me these things. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I mean, perhaps that's why perhaps I should get, not perhaps, but I want to get more involved in, like with the platform and staying in contact. So even like they say, although it wasn't anything to do with the health side, like I watched some of your videos on that West Ham channel and the one with Dougie and Stu and
Yeah,
Tone
yeah,
on there, and like it's a little bit frustrating sometimes because I actually watch all the matches live. So some of them, because you're doing the after match thing, like I noticed on one of them at least, then like I would ring in, and that would be so. Like I like being involved in that sort of little group, but I think it's probably from being over here, it's made me more feel a little bit more cut off
yeah,
because of the time zones and everything. It's made me a little bit more isolated. Not being funny, but there's nothing back in England that would make my life any better. Do you know what I mean? Because it
yeah.
wouldn't. But I just feel a little bit isolated over here when it comes to stuff like this, I suppose. But
Well, it just a mental note then. We will be doing me, Louis, and Sam. And by the way, there's another. Let me send you this quickly. There's another YouTube channel called My Safe Space. I'm going to be putting a load more. There's already some really good stuff on there, some good podcasts. Are you? I've already
okay.
sent you that one. Have I sent you the My Safe
Sorry.
Space? Have I sent you the My Safe Space one? The YouTube channel My Safe Space.
No, you haven't.
Right,
No.
hold on. Let me forward you that now because there's like I'll be doing a lot of me coaching stuff on there. I'll be doing a lot of like the videos, the podcasts that are on there. Again, they're all going to be like they're well worth a watch.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
let me just get you the. Hold on, how do I do it? Yeah, this is it. So how do I send you the? That's what I'll do. Right. Pardon me. I send you this, and then you just look search for that. Control V. Right. So what I've just sent you on WhatsApp, that's the My Safe Space YouTube channel. Like I said, there's already a few videos on
All
there.
right.
I'm going to be putting quite a few more on there. Also inside the platform. I don't know if you've seen you've got a men's health space now, which is just for men.
Yeah.
You've got the mental health space. I'm going to start. I've already put in a couple of really good little watches on there. There's one about self
I
worth.
see you put like the TED Talk ones. Is that the ones you mean?
Yeah, on self worth. You
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
two ladies talking
No,
about
I did say I did watch. I watched the God, what was the second one?
cultivating
Oh, I
self.
can't remember. I watched. Sorry.
Was it the one where it was cultivate the black lady? Was it the black lady one or you had one with a black lady?
Nah,
Was
nah,
it,
the other one.
was it a woman?
No.
Which one was that?
Oh,
Hold on. I've got it up in front of me. Hold on, 2 sets. Let me go to trying to think which one. Is it in the men's health area?
it was. Yeah, because I get all the emails, so I see them through the notifications on the emails.
Was it the one when we cry? Mental health masculine with the black
Yeah,
fella.
that's it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, that's
Really
the
good.
one. Yeah, I like all things like that. That's what I say. I've got to make. It seems as if like I've got all this time, and I don't make the best of it. Really, I suppose that's one of the things I sort of do in respect to stuff, doing the stuff at home. But that's not always. Like I've let other things go by the wayside, and perhaps I thought that by working and doing stuff in my garage that that's all I need, which obviously it's not really.
It's to work on
So
yourself. That's the biggest thing. That's what we started. What you did with me when we went in through that crack, that was all about working on you. We weren't working on the garage. It was working on the
yeah,
garage was something that supported this newfound sort of concentration on yourself and your
yeah,
health first. But yeah, I mean, when you're thinking about going down to rest for the pain, that's when you should breathe. Right, I'm going to go lay down
yeah,
for 10 minutes. What can I do? I know I can breathe. I've
yeah.
sent you,
No, you're right.
you've got the
You're
videos,
right.
you've got the 10-minute one or the 12-minute one. I've sent you,
Yeah,
you've got them all there. So yeah, this, I mean, it's just, and it's the only thing that stops you is ego. It's the same with everyone. This is the
mm.
thing. And this is why the pillars do you remember at the beginning, I got you to do a wheel? Do you remember the wheel?
Yeah. I've still got that. I've still
Right.
got that in my garage. Strange enough.
Good, because that what that is if you ever go back to coaching, that's what we actually do next. The first part of how I work is it's introducing you to a set of tools because the pillars are a set of tools. Because no matter where you are, what you got going on, the only time life matters when it comes to self help is when shit hits the fan. When everything's going well, you don't need the pillars. But when things ain't going well, when you're starting to feel that you're slipping back and you're feeling a bit negative, that's when you go for them pillars because it is a guarantee that where you're starting with at that point is pillar one, your ego. It's in your mind.
Mm.
It's all that noise. It's that incessant chatter that never stops. It's the noisiest part of our lives, but no one else hears it because it goes on in between our ears. So it is an absolute. That's the beautiful thing about the pillars. I had a really good conversation with someone who I've been coaching for quite some time now, a couple of years, 64-year-old lady, lovely, lovely woman. And she comes back every 3 or 4 months. Right, I need to do it again. I need because it is a constant reminder. That's the thing, is practice. Because when you find the pillars, oh my God, yeah, that's my ego. Oh yeah, that's my soul. Oh, now I feel present. Oh, that's my best. Like it's enlightening, it's empowering. But unfortunately, it's like anything else in life. We start slipping back into bad habits, and then we start telling ourselves, "Oh, the pillars are they? Do they work?" Yes, they fucking do. Because as soon as you start questioning anything, you are in pillar one. You're in your ego. You're in that part of you
Mm.
that absolutely is the persecution part of you, because that's all your ego does. It creates doubt, it creates fear, it creates worry, it creates low self-esteem. That's all it's there to do, and it will do it in such a way where it almost compartmentalizes you into thinking that it's like a self-defense. Oh no, you don't do that. Oh no, you better not do that. Now, that is when you got to go, right, I need to fucking get back on this horse. I need to be aware of, I'm telling myself that I can't do this and I can't do that, because no one else can hear it. No one else can support you other than yourself, because you're the only one putting yourself through that
Yeah.
mindset, them patterns of thought, because that's all they are. That's what we'll do. We start creating patterns again. You become aware of your ego. You don't like it. It will start trying to find another way to hide in another area. Oh no, I can't use the why. No, yes, you can, all the time. That why, when you're feeling negative, as much as I talk to you about it, it's something I'm practicing all the fucking time, all the time. It's non-stop. It's non-stop, and that's the beautiful thing about using the pillars is knowing that whenever life starts getting testy, I've got them. They're there. I can go to them every single time because I can't deny myself. If I'm starting to feel a bit down, if I'm starting to feel a bit frustrated, I'm starting to worry where the next bit of money's coming, right, Jay, you need to check your fucking ego. because I can't control anything while I'm worrying. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. But whilst I'm worrying, I'm justified. Fucking hell, what about that happens? What happens next? And you start building up this negative future based off of things in the past that you can't change. If you think about it, we literally spend so much time in the realms of fucking Narnia where fiction happens versus every now and again just a quick slap. Right, that's my ego. As soon as I've written, right, that's your ego, Jay. That's it. I'm now already in that present because I've clocked it. Oh yeah, that's my ego. Now I've got a choice. I can choose to go with that. I can go down them faults and I can know that, right, that's going to be a write-off today then. Or I can go, do you know what? I'm going to do something else. Anything other than that chain of thought, I'm going to do. Why? Because it's going to stop that chain of thought. Nothing profound or clever about it. It's stopping that because that leads to that and that leads to that. As soon as I've gone, nope, I choose this now. Whatever it is, go and breathe. Go for a walk. Go to the garage. The point is, it's making sure that you're not forgetting that when you're telling yourself, oh, I'm slipping back, what you're really telling yourself is, at that point, is I'm stuck in my ego. That's it. And that encapsulates everything. Then all of the different lists of, oh, you know, the fridge broke or this happened, bundle it all up. It's in my ego. Do I want to stay in there? Well, no, not really. There's nothing in there that fucking does anything for me. Let me step away from it and let me look to do anything other than what my mind is telling me at that point, because the simple science behind it is you break that pattern and you create a new one. And that's what it was. That's what got you up and got you running with me the first time round. It was all, there was this, oh, it's ego. Then it was all these new things and it resonated with you because it was easy. It's digestible. It wasn't that you had to go away and study it. No, you're like, oh, fuck me. No, yeah, that's right. It is, yeah, Jay, it is my ego. It is it. So what it is don't let that go stale because it should be fresh all the time. For me, that awareness of the ego, it's like every time, oh, fucking brilliant. There it is. There you are, you bastard. Because I know now I've got a choice to make. Because when we're stuck in our ego, it's funny as well, we tend to think that we haven't got choices. Oh, I'm a bit stuck at the minute. No, you're not. You're choosing to stick. You're not stuck. We're never stuck in anything. We choose to stick. Oh no, but what about this, that? No. You can come up with all the list in the world you want. Because the truth is, if someone fucking donked you on the head or you fell over and banged your head and you forgot about everything that happened yesterday, you wouldn't be worried about fuck all because it wouldn't be real. We choose to hold on to these things. It's as simple as that. And it's just being aware of the fact that, do you know what? I have got this tool set now and I can fall back on them. It's not old. It weren't just a fad with Jay that was for a couple of months and it was so good and I've slipped back. No. I've slipped back because I'm choosing to not be aware of my ego. It's as simple as that. As soon as you become aware of it, it leaves you with a choice. You're facing yourself. It's no one else. It's not me can trick, it's not some clever trick. It's just, no, I'm taking accountability and ownership. That is definitely all me. I can blame who I want to blame, but it's all bollocks. It's me. It's my fault. This is what I can do about it. And then it changes everything because all of a sudden you're accountable. You're taking ownership. You've got all the power again. It's as simple as that, So my point is, I just wanted to say is I know it's been a bit of a, not the start of the year that you wanted with the Christmas thing, with the physio and everything else. But in fairness, we're only literally, it's just hit 31st of January, actually. It's already a few. It's just hit 8 minutes past the 31st of January. We're one day before we got into the second month of this year. And you can use this now as your launch pad, this February now. Get back onto what you learned in the coaching. Start using, the good thing is in the fast, you'll hear me talking about the ego. You'll hear me talking about the pillars. You'll start getting back into that feeling of, oh, look, I'm being really healthy. I'm exercising. I'm talking with like-minded people. They're all in the same boat. Or someone just shared, there'll be someone in, at least 2 or 3 people in this one that you've never met. And they'll come out with something, you think, fucking hell, that's exactly how I feel. And all of a sudden, again, you're just putting yourself in a not just in an environment for you to actually excel, but you're around other people that are doing the same. And it's infectious. That's why it feels good to do these things in the community, because it's nice to be around people. It's nice to be around people also that have no attachment or expectancy to the role that you have in their life, because they don't.
Mm.
You just turn up as
It
Keith.
does
They just,
feel like that. It
well,
feels like you're right what you say, because I feel like the time zone. I can't do anything about the time zone, but as I say, I know that I should make more effort or more time to, rather than sort of worry about my sort of little jobs, etc. I feel like I feel I feel like, when you come back of holiday and everyone's talking about something that's happened and you weren't there.
yeah,
That's how it feels. Do you know what I mean? As if,
FOMO. That's
yeah,
what
I
they
just.
call it, isn't it? FOMO, fear of missing out.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, FOMO.
Yeah,
It's
that's
one of these
probably
new
what it is,
sayings.
because I just feel that I don't. That's what I was saying to you, even with the phoning up with the football channels, because I feel more part of something rather than an outside looking in, if you get what I mean. And it helps me. I think it does anyway. It helps me maybe stick to it a little bit better. And that's my own fault for not going on and doing the breathing and stuff like that. I think the whole of the thing that you're doing is good to, and that's probably why everyone else is still involved with it, even if they've done bits and that with you, is because the feel of that community thing's enough to keep, I don't know, like you're still
It is.
part of it.
It is.
Thing.
It is, because although everything I do, everything I provide is very individual, as in all the work you have to do, whether it's the breathing, I can't breathe for you, can't exercise for you, can't meditate for you, can't diet for you. But the thing
Mm,
is, it's presented in such a way where there's always a team element to it, which then
mm,
introduces accountability to, oh, I don't want to let them down. I don't, we're all in this together. And then you get that lovely feeling where you are, actually, yeah, I might have a bad day, but the other 3 or 4 people are going to pick me up. And then they have a bad day and you're feeling good and you can pick them up. It introduces a collective into an individual experience where you feel all the credit, and you take all the credit, sorry, and the plaudits within yourself, as you should do, for putting in all the work. And at the same time, it's collectively sharing in it, that knowing that everyone else is feeling that way. That's what makes it
yeah,
special. That's why people come back to the fast, because it's not just day 11 how they feel, it's day 11 how we feel. That's what it is. It's
yeah,
knowing that you're going to get on, everyone's going to be talking about their skin and how they feel. And it's another, the thing is with a fast, as you learn, one fast to the next. I don't know if you wasn't about on the first call. Hopefully, you will be this time. But you'll hear people say, "Oh, I'm on my 5th fast. The first one was like this. The second one was like this. They're always different, because you're always going through different things in your life when you fast, and that's why fasts are more mental than physical. Because through our lives, our biggest challenges are always mental, more so than physical.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. We do have physical challenges, but we don't do anything 70 to 80,000 times a day other than think. In fact, we don't come
yeah,
close with anything other than breathing's 27,000 times a day at the top end average. Most people are only 24,000. So near enough 3 times more than we breathe, we think. Thinking is mental. Mental health, we fucking all struggle with. So that's why the fasts work, because wherever 4 times a year, each time that they take place, that 10 days, you've got 10 days worth of thinking of different things going on that you're fighting whilst you're fasting. And that's why they work. And
yeah,
that's why people are finding, which is great, that they make their best decisions and best life choices whilst they're fasting, because they realize they start shutting off all the fucking noise and all the bollocks. And fasting makes you present. When you're hungry, you are present, because it's a feeling, it's not a thought. I'm
yeah,
worried about this, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about this. Grumble, grumble. Oh, fucking hell, I'm hungry. I'm not worried about any of that shit anymore. I'm fucking hungry. So now I'm present. I'm on point. I'm going to choose what I'm going to be concerned about at this point, rather than let your brain do it. But listen, mate, I'm glad we had a little catch up. I'm going to let you go now, because I need to get me nut down. I've got to get up at silly o'clock to train.
yeah.
Um,
I know. Sorry.
but no, don't be silly. I was going to say, so today I've got the Tales from Upton Park show today. So what I might do,
All right.
I might do it a bit. I need to get back on now that I'm feeling better again, I still want to get into all these Australian groups. I still want to do it. It's just
Yeah,
I've been set back. But no, to be honest with you, now that the platform's looking the way it is and everything else, it's probably just going, things are going the way they're supposed to. And if I now put a bit of effort into trying to get a bit more traction in these Australian groups, hopefully I can start trying to get some of them people onto the platform as well. You know, that's the plan.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, but
definitely. I was
yeah,
going to put like if you're okay about it, I was going to put a reminder thing that I'm going to go on this fast and put on one of your adverts for the fast again because it's like just a reminder to like who
yeah,
like just
mate.
on my page. Do you know what I
I
mean?
put up if you go on to my Facebook, I don't know how do you share it. Like I put up a really, really good. Oh, you're on it. You're on it as well. I
Oh,
just
I want.
remembered. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're on it. How can I give you? Hold on.
Is that's not the testimonials, was it?
Yeah, yeah. But I only put it up today. This is a brand new one.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll have a look then. Do you want me to post that on there then?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
brilliant. It's a really good video. It's about 23 minutes long. It's just everyone on the last fast. Give
Ah,
it
okay.
there. But your one's really good as well. Actually, you have a watch. I won't spoil it. If you have a watch, because I've
Mm.
clipped it up so that I'm very rarely in it, but I'm in your one. I'm in your one
All
because
right.
it's the way it works out. But I watched it back tonight. I was like, that's fucking really good as it goes. So that you can stick
Yeah,
that.
I'll post that on there then. Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
brilliant. All right, bruv. Well, we'll speak soon. We're training again Monday. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Right, I'll send you the